Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans. Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of your top sports stories that have happened this week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I'm ready to go when there is a lot to talk about
There
today.
is a ton to talk about. We are going to cover some big NFL stories. Gentleman right there breaking a U.S. record. We'll talk about that, as well as some baseball news with those wonderful Yankees and all the great moves they've made. But before we get started with all of that, Ron, I want to thank those that help us continue to grow. So if you could start off with our good friends down there, up there, sideways, and all around in Providence, Rhode Island.
I would love to. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
Also want to thank those in Dallas, Georgia, WDJY 99.1 FM. Thank you for putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. And our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, S6E5 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support there as well. Want to also say, if you are joining us live tonight, please join the chat. Let us know what you think about the topics we're covering, or if there's anything you want to talk about, because there's going to be plenty. And I'm sure some people will have some opinions out there about some of the stories that we're going to cover tonight, Ron. So it's been pretty crazy.
I've got some.
Yeah. You? Come on. I don't believe it.
It's a good thing, too, because, I mean, it would be terrible if I just came on and didn't say a word.
Yeah, that would probably not be good entertainment for those out there. Jake, Thanks for joining. A good morning to you. Where's Jake from?
Jake is from Mississippi.
Mississippi. I don't think it's good morning then. But I could be wrong.
He might have just woken up.
Maybe he did, Jake. Thanks for joining us. So again, if you join us live, join the chat. Let us know. We are going through, Ron, nice little cold freeze here in New England. So
yeah, I went out to get the mail. Wasn't very happy.
Oh my goodness! Tomorrow, like negatives without the wind chill. We are colder than places in Alaska right now, which is insane to think about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're having some fun. So if you're joining us in the New England area, keep warm as well, right? That's a nice way to get toasty, get some hot cocoa, and listen to two idiots.
Just get a drink that'll warm you up.
There you go. Did you get the new song, Ron?
No, I did not, Jake.
All right.
Yeah, he made the new theme song to Falls Count Anywhere.
Oh, nice.
All right, he was working on the NBA show.
Ooh, I love it.
But the problem is I sent him a message that was kind of confusing.
Well.
And he added in all the shows that we have into the NBA thing, and it didn't come out very well.
Gotcha. All right. So well, Jake, thank you for all the support. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ron, are you ready to kick this party off?
Oh, I'm absolutely ready.
All right, let's start off with our leadoff story, and that is one Mr. Bill Belichick being snubbed by the NFL Hall of Fame, not getting in as a first-time ballot. I don't know what happened to Bill. He kind of disappeared.
Yeah, he disappeared, but there is something coming.
Oh, okay. The surprises continue. All right. So let's look at the tail of the tape before we get into this conversation. Obviously, Don Shula in the Hall of Fame, first time ballot when he got in. 328 wins to 302, so he beats Belichick there. But then playoff wins, which I feel is probably the most crucial piece of being a coach. 31 to 19, 6 Super Bowl titles for Bill Belichick versus Don Shula's 2. AP Coach of the Year, 4-3 in favor of Shula. Sports Nation, I guess, is Coach of the Year, 4-2 there as well. The PFWA Coach of the Year, they tie 3-3. This is my crazy stat of the week, Ron. I said every week I'd give you a crazy stat. This is it. Bill Belichick had 17 consecutive double-digit win seasons. Don Shula's highest was 6. So when we talk about coaching, there's always things that come up, injuries, right? Strength of schedules and teams you face. And right, every year, for 17 straight seasons, Bill Belichick won 10 or more games. That stat to me was absolutely mind-blowing.
That also included the year where Brady got hurt.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. He still won 11.
They still
11,
won 10 games that year.
11-5 that
11,
year.
Sorry.
With Matt Castle.
And didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. And then PFWA Executive of the Year, Bill Belichick had one. I do not believe Don Shula was ever an executive with the Miami Dolphins or the Colts. So just a quick...
I mean, when you're looking at those numbers right there, I mean, first of all, the 6 Super Bowls. And
went to 9, Ron. Let's not forget that he did go to 9 as a head coach.
And I understand, why he didn't go in, because it's basically just sour grapes, and because of Spygate, really.
It's a personality
probably
conflict.
Why he's not in there.
But I would say this: it's a personality conflict. He was never great with the media.
No.
Very shortcoming, when it came to anything involving the media. But again, this should be based on your accomplishments on the field and what you've done.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's not what happened here. It turned into a battle over who likes who. Bill Polian is rumored to have started this whole campaign to keep him out of the Hall of Fame. He's denying it. But when you look at the fact that Bill Belichick single-handedly turned around the game of football when it comes to coaching.
Let's refresh people's memory on who he is. Bill Polian.
He was the general manager of the Buffalo Bills that went to the 4 straight Super Bowls but lost all 4, and then the Indianapolis.
Oh, that's right. They haven't won one yet.
Well, Buffalo didn't, but then he went to Indianapolis. He did win one with Peyton Manning. He built that team. But Ron, I also wanted to look at this. There's some coaches that are well-deserved that are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. But
Marv Levy is in the Hall of Fame. Marv Levy, I think, is a good... Danny is here. Thank you, Danny, for joining us. Marv Levy was a good coach, got his team to 4 straight Super Bowls, which no other coach really has ever done. But he lost all 4 of them. Yeah. And you're sitting back, and Bill Belichick wins 3 of 4 and isn't in the Hall of Fame. Tony Dungy.
It's just not right. It's not right.
Tony Dungy, 2016, he was elected. He's won 1 Super Bowl. I don't understand what these NFL writers were looking at, thinking about. You can sit back and say Spygate. If that is your case, then Tom Brady will not be a first-time ballot Hall of Famer. That's the only way this is going to legitimately make sense to me, because you can't sit back, and this reminds me of the baseball scandal that we just talked about last week. You can't sit back and condone one's actions and hold them over the fire and then not do it for another. So if you're saying Deflategate and Spygate were the biggest reasons why Bill Belichick was not in, the only player suspended for Deflategate was Tom Brady.
Right.
The coach wasn't fired. That they were fined. The team was fined. So Tom Brady is not a first-time Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and you know it is that, Eric, and we know we talked about it last week as well. We have a different stance on the steroid era, and that set aside, it's still wrong of what they did in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. It's wrong. And they constantly get it wrong. And the NFL is just following suit like that. It just doesn't make any sense at this point.
And one of the individuals that elect the players, I guess, said he didn't pick Bill Belichick because he had already picked somebody, and then there was another guy that might not have another chance to get in, so he elected him and skipped Bill Belichick. Like, how does that make any sense? If Bill Belichick's the most qualified person to get in, then he gets in. It shouldn't matter if somebody else doesn't. Then maybe they weren't as qualified or as talented as some of these other players that have been in the Hall of Fame in the past.
And this is why I don't like how they do the Hall of Fames. Look, we do it. And the right player 9 out of 10 times will get in.
Because the fans voted.
Dying because of this.
You can't sit back, and I don't understand how the NFL even allows the writers to do it. It shouldn't. Yes, there is a cold freeze, Jay. That is a fact.
Yeah.
But I would say this. Change the format then. Either it's former players, guys that are already in. Something has to change, because you cannot sit back and allow individuals that write about these players, these coaches, these executives, have the ability afterwards to say, aha, I got you. And that's all this is a vindictive.
Yes.
Combined with these writers, just a way to say, I'm going to keep him out because he was never forthcoming when we asked him anything. He never gave us anything.
Consistent. That's all it is. It's just not consistent. Why are we letting some players in that do this when the other players that do this can't get in? And it makes no sense. I don't like the way some people present their case, and it is vindictive, and it is not even warranted. Okay, like I can see certain things not being allowed, so you can't get in, but it's already done. People are in for different reasons, and when you start analyzing the life of that person, what they've done, what they've accomplished, and then you have them look. The perfect example is what I'm trying to say is, okay, O.J. Simpson's in the Hall of Fame.
Agreed. Never took him out.
Nope. So, I mean, if you're going to keep him in there, then, and look, do I think it was wrong? Yes. Do I think it was just so ridiculously bad that he shouldn't be in? No.
It's egregious that you can sit back. Bill Polian was the general manager of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
He elects individuals now into the Hall of Fame. Bill Polian lost to Bill Belichick's defense when they faced the New York Giants. Maybe he's bitter about that. Again, that was probably the one and only chance they had of winning a Super Bowl. It was the closest one they had in that 4-year stretch. And he can hold that over his head for the next, 50 years. Like, how does that make any sense? This is by far one of the biggest mistakes the NFL has made because this has caused more players, coaches, executives to come out now and say, what the hell were we doing? I'm not a big Stephen A fan, but I loved what he said, that they should boycott the Hall of Fame altogether, because it doesn't make sense that this man is not in the Hall of Fame. And we're not saying it because we are Patriot fans, fanatics. We are saying it because the numbers speak for themselves. The numbers speak for themselves, Ron.
Yeah, I know. And to me, it's just like inducting Wayne Gretzky into the Hall of Fame.
Most dominant player in NHL history. Most dominant player. Michael Jordan. Listen, there's always thing. Ron, there's always been rumors that Michael Jordan's dad, and again, it's rumors, we don't know, but it was because of gambling, and that's why he had to retire from basketball and everything else, because if it came out, it would have ruined the NBA. It would have ruined the NBA. Guess what? First-time Hall of Famer. First-time ballot. It was not a chance Michael Jordan wasn't getting in on the first ballot.
Yeah, you're looking at those numbers. You know, how did he get there? Okay, if there's a Super Bowl in question, you take it away, right? And then if that hurts his chances, because say he had one and now he has none, then so be it. But this is a guy that has 6 of them, so you're taking one away, he's still got 5. And it makes no sense. There is no justification for not putting him in except one thing: sour grapes. I should have named the show Sour Grapes today. That's what I should have did.
Yeah.
And it boils my water.
It should, because as fans of the NFL, what justifies anybody? Again, Tom Brady, not a first-time Hall of Fame, because he was part of the flake. So you could sit back and just do this with every player you want now.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how, as fans, we're supposed to be okay with this. How we're supposed to just sit back and go, you know what? I could see it. It makes sense. And enjoy the game, because everything that they accomplish on the field.
Owens in the Hall of Fame?
No, I believe he didn't get in either. It's been a couple. I think he's had a couple times too. But again, why am I going to watch a game, Ron, and watch these guys accomplish these things, break records, to just say, well, if a guy doesn't like you, you don't get in? It's nothing to do with the records, and it's nothing to do with the numbers.
Knows that very well. He went years and years not getting in because of not being a media darling.
Yeah. So again, I think that the only way to fix.
I don't like execs voting for the Hall of Fame.
Agreed. I think it should be former players or players that are already in, because they respect it more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Except Carlos Beltran.
I think Carlos Beltran, the right way to do it.
Yeah. Carlos Beltran would probably cheat. But anyway.
Well, also, you know who I actually think should do this? The play-by-play telecasts. They see these players week in, week out. Why not them?
Because think about this, though. Tom Brady, who owns a team, right? I still don't know how this is legitimately.
Yeah, I don't know how it's
a thing, but he owns a team, and they tell him he can't say negative things about like officials or teams. Yeah. But they're censoring what he's able to say in the media. And you know, Ron, that some of these guys can't say anything negative, because if they do, right, they're automatically gone, because the networks won't tolerate it.
Right. And these guys don't exactly, make what Tom Brady's making.
Yeah, not even close. Imagine that.
It's a job for them.
Imagine that, man. Huh?
It just, like, the whole system is corrupt, dude. That's just how it is. It's corrupt. And it's these rich white guys that are sitting up there controlling everything, dictating what everybody has to do. And I don't know if there's actually a legitimate vote.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I don't think
I don't.
Before we move on, just first time ballot coaches that got inducted: George Halas, Curly Lambeau, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, and Don Shula. Obviously, Halas and Lambeau, we know what they meant to the game and everything they brought. Landry was a great coach for the Cowboys. He won 2 Super Bowls. Chuck Noll won 4, and Don Shula won 2. If you combine those, that equals 8. Guess how many rings Bill Belichick has? 8. So he has 3 of the coaches. He has as many rings as were elected as first-time
but
Hall of
not
Fame
good
ballot.
enough to make it in.
Yeah, so it's this is probably, like I said, the most egregious thing I've seen anybody do. Listen, we know there are New England Patriot haters. There is an entire country right now rooting for the Patriots. Yeah, thanks for ruining my final thought, Danny. But it's all right. It's all right. Me and Danny, I got a thing. But I will say this, Ron, there's probably 49 other states this week that are rooting next Sunday against the New England Patriots because they do not want to see the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Well, I wouldn't say
maybe
49.
Not 49. We'll count the New England region. Maybe like
because you figure Rhode Island's on board with the
Mass, Connecticut,
New Hampshire.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So we'll say
Vermont.
All right. So we'll say maybe like 45 states are
fun.
rooting against the New England Patriots.
And I like it that way.
But the clear fact is that now you're going to start to discredit what they did for that run, for the 20-plus year run that they had by doing stuff like this. Now it shows that everyone, we were right about what these media people think about New England, because this is probably the reason he didn't get in, because he's a New England Patriot. And we're going to make sure we stick it to the Patriots every chance we get.
Yeah, but you know what? I like the fact that they're doing this. You know why? Because come next week, the Patriots organization can do something about it.
The crazy part is Tom Brady and Robert Kraft both came out and said they are absolutely shocked that the man didn't get in. And we could sit back and say Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, we know towards the end.
Everybody is feeling like that.
Did not have the greatest.
It makes you wonder what the vote actually was. And this is why I'm saying, does the vote even matter? Because I think they're just putting in who they want to put in.
It should be like live and we get to see it. I don't know. And again, half of these guys that didn't vote
like
for
American
him,
Idol kind
how
of
many
thing?
people, these guys, half of these guys didn't even come out and say they didn't vote for him. They were all like trying to sideswipe it. Oh, I voted for him and I voted for him. Well, somebody didn't. Who are those? Right. Who are those people? And explain why.
It's because they're all gutless. That's why they're all gutless.
You know what you need
if I'm not going to vote for you, I'm going to tell you. I don't care.
Check out the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, voted on by the fans. A legitimate. Well,
let's do that right now. Let's
do this. A legitimate Hall of Fame. There is no bias. There are players on here that we do not like or may not respect. But guess what? We don't make the decision. The fans do. That is what is important. If the fans feel like they deserve it, they're in. Pete Rose is in our Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
And we know how you feel about him, Ron. Right?
No.
You want to vote right now, you could get on there and vote. This is the final week of that. But you can get on there, scan that QR code right now, and get on the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame.
Ray Lewis is in the lead right now. I despise Ray Lewis. I think he's a sack of crap for a human.
The old sack of crap.
My pick would be Richard Seymour. But I would literally take anybody other than Ray Lewis. But if he wins, he wins.
He's in. And we don't decide it. All right, Ron, let's move on to our NFL story. And we have our Super Bowl matchup, Ron. The New England Patriots will face the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 60 next Sunday, February 8th. Kickoff, I believe, 6:30 p.m. So we got a tail of the tape, and this is for the postseason. And if you look at the domination of that New England defense, it is pretty impressive, the fact that they're allowing 8.7 points in 3 games. That is an insane stat. And people sit back and go, I don't think they could win. This defense has legitimately done things that the Chicago Bears defense didn't do.
Look, Eric, it's been the same story every week of the playoffs. They go in to play the Chargers, right? Oh, they haven't faced a quarterback like this. When they did, they lost, right? So they have no chance. And what happens? They wipe the field with them, right? They just level them.
Dominated.
Then they're like, oh, well, they haven't faced a defense like the Houston Texans. And then what happens? They lose. And the Patriots go on to win again because they just dominated so much on defense. They had the better defense. And look, we all know Drake May did not play very well in that game because Houston has a good defense. And they were all over him, but they were not all over him like the Patriots were all over Stroud. And then they go in, Denver, despite having to start Jarrett Stidham, they were still saying that defense is so good, it will be enough to beat the Patriots. And then what happens, and we called it here, Jarrett Stidham made a mistake in the game, and it cost them. Just like it's supposed to. And now here we go again. Big surprise. Oh, they haven't faced a defense like Seattle. Yeah, we have. And it was called Houston and Denver. So we have faced a defense like that. They're not the Baltimore Ravens from
Not
back
even
in the
close.
day. They're not the Chicago Bears
No.
from back in the day. No. They're not that good.
No. There will be a couple keys in this game. Listen, New England is running the ball extremely well. Again, 130 yards per game. They're only giving up 71 yards. If Seattle is not able to run the ball, that means you leave it all in Sam Darnold's hands. I was extremely impressed in the NFC Championship game with Sam Darnold, and I'm not going to sit back. He's turned a corner. He's figured some things out. But he is also a quarterback that can make mistakes. He did have the most turnovers in the regular season of any quarterback. So when we're sitting back and we're looking at the tail of the tape, Ron, it's really going to boil down to which offensive line can control which defensive line. New England's defensive line has been able to shut down a running game, which has forced the quarterbacks to have to win a game. And then you're designing pressures that they're unable to read, and now they're making the mistakes to give New England the ball. Offensively, New England has to do something offensively. They have not looked good the last 2 games. And yes, you're right. They've played top-notch defenses, but they just have not looked right. And you cannot go into a Super Bowl and hope to win a game with 10 points. I don't see that happening. So, again, I think it's all going to be in the trenches. I think that's going to be the biggest key because I think New England can scheme things that is going to confuse Darnold if you're able to stop the run and create turnovers.
And that's been what they've been able to do in the postseason. They have been able to disguise their blitzes because, let me tell you, these quarterbacks have had no idea where those blitzes are coming from. And they've done a very good job of that. And on top of that, that run defense has been unbelievable with Williams especially and Barmore. Like that line has been exceeding all expectations that you could ever have had on their defensive line.
You know the amazing thing too, Ron, when you sit back and you look at top free agents, and every year we're like, oh, we hope they get this offensive guy. We hope they get this offensive guy, right? This wide receiver, this running back, this tight end, right?
Yeah.
Milton Williams on the defensive line
best pickup
right?
in
The
decades.
highest paid defensive lineman in the league, what New England offered him, single-handedly turned this defense into a dominant defense in the postseason.
Yeah.
And it's just, it blows my mind that people aren't looking at all these small moves they made, New England. Spillane, the linebacker,
Spillane
right?
has done well too.
And you sit back and you go, Chason is one of the top sacks, leaders in the postseason with 3.
Yeah.
So again, these are all guys that nobody wanted.
And that's what has happened. That defensive line has opened up holes, and people have slid through undetected because of what? Because of the experience of the quarterbacks? Well, Herbert was there. He's experienced. What's the excuse?
Mm-hmm.
And now we have Sam Darnold. Look, I think he's been a wonderful find in the last couple of years, but he's still vulnerable to inexperience. And I'm sorry, but the Rams didn't put enough pressure on him. They did nothing.
Yeah, defensively, the Rams aren't the New England Patriots.
No.
Listen, both these teams finished 14-3 in the regular season. The path to the Super Bowl, Seattle beat the 49ers. I mean, I won't even say beat that. They basically blew the doors off on the 49ers. And then the Rams game, I thought was a great game. But again, they did more to win that. New England beat the Chargers, the Texans, and then the Broncos to get to the Super Bowl. If you're looking at the quality of what each team faced, I mean, realistically, the Seahawks faced a tougher challenge, but both of those games were at home. The New England Patriots had to go on the road and beat the Denver Broncos. That game was absolutely insane with the weather and everything else that happened. But I really think that people aren't giving the Patriots credit. I think the Seattle Seahawks have had a great year, and I think, listen, anything's possible in the Super Bowl. They've got some incredible players. Jackson Smith and Jigba is by far probably the best offensive player in this game.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think that kid is special. DeMarcus Lawrence has been a defensive nightmare for the two teams that he faced in the postseason. And Kenneth Walker, the third, he definitely looked like, listen, I'll keep the job. They lost their starting running back to an ACL. So there's some really good things that Seattle's doing. And you got to look at the coaching as well. Mike McDonald versus Mike Vrabel. What Vrabel's been able to do with, I would say, less talent and turn them into better talent has been key here as well. Yeah. But I am looking forward to this game, Ron. I know you are as well as a Patriot fan.
Just so you know, though, Seattle, I know Chakra is from Seattle, so Chakra, if you're out there, good luck. Just don't let them pass with like a couple of minutes to go. And if their running back is averaging like 4+ a carry, run the ball.
Yeah. It is a Super Bowl rematch. We know how the last one turned out. Super Bowl 49. I will say this too, Ron. New England is now NFL record 12th Super Bowl appearance.
If they win this.
Well, right now they're 6-5. So otherwise they're 500 in the Super Bowls if they lose.
I don't care. I mean, you got that many.
But think about it. 12
what I'm saying is if they win their 7th,
they will break the record for the most Super Bowl wins in NFL history. And I will say this, Ron, it's pretty amazing to think about that. Their first Super Bowl appearance was 1985, 86. And then they didn't get back till 96. And then it's really the 2000s. They've been to 10 Super Bowls in the last 25 years. It's almost half, which is pretty crazy to think about. It's pretty crazy to think about. So February 8th, 6:30 p.m. We look forward to watching that as well. But we are going to move on, Ron, to our starting five.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
our starting five tonight, since the Seattle Seahawks are in the Super Bowl, we said let's rank their starting five quarterbacks of all time.
I know why you did this too.
I am first this week. So I will start us off with my honorable mentions, and I actually have two. I have two. And I will say this. Their quarterbacks, overall. But I put John Kitna in as an honorable mention. I think it went 18 and 15. It kind of sparked them a little bit when this team was down. So John Kitna made my honorable mention, and honorable mention this gentleman right here, Sam Darnold, made my honorable mention. Too early to tell, but obviously getting the team to the Super Bowl, I think, was pretty deserving in a 14-3 season overall. So he made my honorable mentions.
Yeah, Warren Moon was my honorable mention, only because the player that he was when he wasn't in Seattle.
Yeah.
I just like him as a player. He was 11 and 13 though on this team.
Yeah, not very good.
So, and I also had Sam Darnold as an honorable mention. He was my bubble.
All right,
because he only played 1 year with them, but it was still better than anybody else that was not.
Yeah, when I started looking at it, just this team overall, I was like, holy cow, they really didn't have some
yeah, they were not very good.
They were not at all. All right. So that gets us into our list. All right. So at number 5 for me, Ron, and I can't believe I'm putting this man in with losing 20 games. He's 20 games under 500. Jim Zorn.
I couldn't do it.
40 and 60 in his Seattle career, but he is 4th all time in passing yards. And 4th all-time in touchdowns.
Yeah.
So Jim Zorn made my starting 5 at number 5.
He did not sniff my top because of that minus 20 on wins. And he also had the lowest yards per attempt out of all of the guys that I even bothered to do. Okay. So he did not get in.
Okay.
But instead, I have at number 5, John Kitna. Yeah, baby. He made it on my list. 18 and 15 career with Seattle. 39 total games played in. He was a 58.2% completion percentage. Jim Zorn was only 53.3. 7,552 yards, 6.7 yards per attempt. He was tied with Jim Zorn there. But Jim Zorn was 107 for touchdowns and 133 for interceptions. John Kitna, 49 touchdowns, 45 interceptions. So he was better. He was at least on the positive side.
I will say this, though. Jim Zorn, you got to give the man credit because he stunk and he got to stick around for 100 games. That's pretty damn impressive, Rob.
Yeah, because they didn't really know that it was supposed to be a quarterback actually doing work.
How's this guy make it? All right. At number 4 for me, at Geno Smith. Geno Smith, 28 and 24, 5th all-time in passing yards, 5th in touchdowns. He did have 2 Pro Bowls while with the Seahawks and a comeback player of the year. It kind of reinvigorated his career with his time in Seattle. So Geno Smith at number 4 for me.
Hey, didn't he play for the Jets?
He did.
Didn't Sam Darnold play for the Jets?
He did.
Interesting, because I also have Geno Smith at number 4. I think he played pretty darned well in Seattle, with all things being said. 28 and 24 record, not great, but it is over 500, and you got to give him credit for that. 68.5 completion percentage, 12,961 yards, 7.4 per attempt. And the man threw 76 touchdowns and only 36 interceptions in Seattle. Much better than what his numbers were in New York.
Yeah. I did see. I'm glad you brought the Jets up real quick before we get to number 3. I saw it was a great meme, TikTok. I started cracking on. By the way, follow at Sports Unfolded on TikTok. By far, it was the funniest one I've seen in a while, where they basically were like showing the New York Jets executives. There was a cartoon, and they're like, "We're gonna draft Sam Darnold, and we're gonna ruin his career, and he's gonna go to Minnesota and be successful, and then he'll go to Seattle and get to the Super Bowl, and we'll finally get to beat the Patriots." And one of the guys just turns and says, "Hey, why don't we just draft a good quarterback and try to beat the Patriots?" Like, that's stupid. Like, the Jets, they'll create all this. And I was like, that's pretty. Whoever came up with that was pretty smart. That was funny. That's funny.
There's only one problem with that scenario.
Wait till next Sunday before you start talking. All right, at number 3 for me, Matt Hasselbeck, 69 and 62. He was second all time in passing yards, third in touchdowns, and he had 3 Pro Bowls. So I had Matt Hasselbeck at number 3.
I can see that because they were really close. I had Dave Craig at number 3, and I'm looking at the numbers, and they were really close. In fact, Dave Craig had a better record.
Yeah, 21 games over 500 did it for me. Like, he was.
Yeah, so but how come it didn't work that way with the minus 20 guy?
He was 4th all time in passing yards, man, and touchdowns.
I don't care, but I have Dave Craig 1749, 58.6, and that was a little lower than Hasselbeck. Hasselbeck also had more yards by 3,000, which isn't a lot, but Hasselbeck also played 9 more games. And he had a better yards per attempt and 100. You know what? Yeah, I'd put Dave Craig at number 2.
All right. Yeah, so at number 2 for me, Dave Craig. Glad we could agree on that one.
Now that I'm looking at it at a different point of the day, because I was like already stressed out.
You're a little hazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think number 1 is the obvious. The one quarterback that definitely turned this organization around. Yes. And with that, we're done. Russell Wilson, though, 104 and 53. So 50 games over 500. 1 tie, but he is first all-time in passing yards, first all-time in touchdowns, 9 Pro Bowls with the Seahawks, and a championship. So I went Russell Wilson at number 1. I highly doubt you went any other way.
Yeah, no, it was not close. It miles apart.
I am surprised how bad this organization has been for as long as they have, though. Like, and I'm not. But I was like, you think the Seahawks, and I remember them in the AFC. That's how old we are. And you know what? I didn't think they were that bad, but I guess they were. I mean, they had Steve Largent, Kurt Warner was their running back with a C.
Yes.
And he was really good, too.
I have his card, too.
They had some really good players. But somehow could never figure it out. But yeah, Russell Wilson.
Rick Myers, rookie card.
Number 1. Yeah, Rick Myers. Imagine if New England went that route instead of Bledsoe, where we'd be.
Oh my God!
Right? Right? What a draft can do for an organization. All right, Ron, we're going to talk some NBA, my friend, because there is some trade rumors swirling, and this is the biggest of them all. Giannis Antetokounmpo. It looks like he is going to move. Highly unlikely. If he gets through the regular season, then they're definitely moving on next season. But for the sake of our podcast and having something to talk about, we're going to assume that February 5th is a trade deadline, that this is going to happen. Danny, you stay tuned for that, my friend. So I have 3 teams, Ron.
Everybody's worried about that.
And the 3 teams, and I'm going to give you the best offers that they could probably give. And I guess we're going to see if you think what makes the most sense, because one of them is really starting to stand out, and they said they are the front runners. But we'll start off with the New York Knicks. So have mentioned Karl Anthony Towns, 2 first-round picks in the next 4 years. Would that be enough to sway you to move on and trade onto Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Oh, in a heartbeat. If I'm going to get 2 first-round draft picks and Karl Anthony Towns, I'll take that.
You would do that?
Yeah, because he's not going to want to play there, so why have him?
Okay.
You might as well get 2 first-round picks for him.
All right.
Then you can package those to maybe get a better pick.
Okay. The Miami Heat have also been highly rumored. Probably Tyler Hero would be involved in that. They own 4 picks in the next 4 years.
I remember the Hero.
But they only own 2 of them. 2 are conditional picks. So technically they would only be able to trade at least 2. So you're looking at Tyler Hero and 2 first-round picks for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Here's the problem. I'm looking at Karl Anthony Towns or Hero. I'm going to take Karl Anthony Towns.
You need a hero.
I know everybody needs a hero, but
the night.
But
he's gotta be strong, and he's got Okay.
I think they can go to town with the Nick trade.
I need a hero. All right. Or
I was thinking, remember the hero. Remember the hero.
Or Ron, which this team has come out of nowhere and become the front runner. The Golden State Warriors, they're basically saying they were probably trade Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga, and they have 4 first-round draft picks that they own over the next 4 years. So you could package either a injured Jimmy Butler, which Milwaukee'd have to take on, Jonathan Kuminga, who's a good player, and then possibly 4 first-round draft picks for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I would probably do that one.
If you're the Bucks, that makes the most sense, without a doubt.
Yeah, if I'm the Bucks, I take that because you got Kuminga coming back. Yeah, okay. What is it going to do? It's going to do nothing for this season. But that's not the point of this season. But you get him, and then next year you have Butler as well. And, so I think next year, I think it looks like it's a really good trade. And on top of that, you get a first-round pick with it, for the next however many years.
Yeah, you're going to get a couple. You're going to get a couple draft picks.
You're going to get a couple of them. So next year, I would think that you get, 2 picks in that year with your own and Golden State's, and you're going to get something good. You're going to get two quality rookies that are going to contribute.
Yeah, and key here would be
that is the deal that I would do. I would do that. If I'm Golden State, I'd do it too.
Yeah, you're running out of time, Steph Curry, right? This may be the final run, final push. Giannis is obviously injury prone lately, the latter part of his career here where he's missed games. Draymond Green as well. He's not going to the Lakers. Danny, I agree with you there. Yeah, don't trade Jared Vanderbilt for him or Gabe Vincent because I could see that connect. They're the only players they could trade. And Bronny James. Yeah, so.
Ooh, they might want Bronny.
He seems
Think of all the endless possibilities what they could do with Bronny
Bucks,
James.
Sign it up. So, yeah, I think the Golden State Warriors make the most sense. But the key here for the Warriors, too, don't give away some of those draft picks because you're going to probably have Curry retiring in the next couple of years. Giannis will be on the back end of his career. Yeah, and if you don't have some of those picks.
I would do the next 2 because you're going to need the ones after that.
Yeah. But I guess, Ron, before we move on, there's
other basketball news.
Oh, you want to talk more? Okay.
Yeah, there is news. Okay. There is some interesting things going on with LeBron James. There are rumors that he is going to be heading to Cleveland. It could happen. They may make the move to trade him. I guess the words that were said, by the family, the Bus family. Who's the Genie Bus?
Genie Bus, yeah.
When she came out and made those comments, apparently it did ruffle some feathers. And there is some buzz that it's possibility that he goes back to Cleveland.
I mean, not a bad move.
Just saying.
But again, what do the Cavs
And
give
then
up?
doesn't end there. Did you hear the comments by Tatum today?
Yeah, probably back next week.
Pump the brakes on that. Apparently, he just came out today and said that he doesn't know where he would fit in with this team because he's been out so long. So he's not going to play the rest of the season. There is a lot of speculation that the team owners told him, you got to come up with a reason that you're not playing.
I don't know if
I am. There is something brewing in Boston. I'm telling you, there is something brewing in Boston. And personally, I find that shocking that he would come out and say that. You played with these guys, especially
CBS.
Brown, for 8 years.
CBS Sports, yeah. ESPN too. Jason Tatum hasn't yet decided on return this season.
Yeah. So there is some rumblings that they're going to trade Simons and unload salary. They're going to unload salary.
Yeah.
That's the rumors.
I could see that. I could see the Simons trade. But again, what blows my mind is they're second in the Eastern Conference. Like, this team has a chance to get to the finals.
I know. If I'm the Celtics, I don't worry about how much they're paying over the luxury tax now.
I don't.
Because it isn't as bad as it was before you traded, all those guys away and put yourself in a better position. Now you have a team that if you inject Tatum to this, you can make a run and you can actually win the East.
Yeah, because I just heard on the radio that he's probably back next week. He was on a podcast recently stating that he was probably coming back sooner than later.
Yeah, and this is sending Boston Celtic fans reeling right now because they're all trying to scramble, figure out what the heck is going on, as is the reporters.
I guess the disappointing part would be is if the owners are trying to keep him out, then where are their heads at when it comes to winning championships in Boston?
Yeah, and frankly, look, I'm old school, and I don't believe that any player should want to sit out. You should want to come in, and I don't care if you think that you could mess up the chemistry. And you had mentioned this about the chemistry.
I did.
But I'm looking at it this way: Tatum has played with Brown for 8 years. He's played with White. He's played with Double P. So, frankly, anybody else, I don't really care if they are butthurt because Tatum is back taking their minutes. Tatum's a better player than the rest of them combined.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if I'd be surprised if he doesn't come back.
That
is shocking. The fact that I didn't even see that story.
And if it's the team that is telling him this, I cannot believe
that's disappointing.
Just quiet. I'm playing. I don't care what you do. You want to trade me? Go ahead.
I'm going to give you the craziest scenario possible, Ron. I think I could honestly see why the team would do this. They're going to trade Jaylen Brown in the offseason. His stock goes way up based on what he's been able to do to carry this team. If you're able to say, listen, Jason, do not come back. I still think there's animosity between the two of them. I don't care what people say, that they both feel.
I'm sure.
And Jaylen Brown said it. Look what I'm doing. Like, I am an A player. I'm not a A minus. I am an A player.
If it happens, it's going to be in the next 5 days.
They won't trade Jaylen Brown this year. No way.
They could end up trading all their pieces.
I would trade for Giannis. I would do the Jaylen Brown for Giannis and if Tatum's back. I would do that move. That gives you a legitimate big man. It gives you Tatum, who takes Brown's spot, and those other guys are still playing well.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, it's intriguing. If you're going to do it, look, Giannis is a special player. The problem I have is injuries. But doesn't Jaylen Brown have all those little nagging injuries that he misses games here and there? He's going to miss tonight's game, by the way.
Yeah.
He's sitting out.
Yeah, these guys,
I'm just saying. But Giannis is one of those easily top 5 player, I think.
But again, Boston don't want to pay the money, so he's not coming to Boston.
They don't want to pay the money.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Ron? That was great NBA information, though, my friend. Yeah. Really cool. I don't know about that Cleveland LeBron thing either.
Look, it is swirling.
He was extremely emotional.
He's not.
Did you see the game this week?
He was crying.
He was crying because it was like the last time possibly playing ever in Cleveland. So if he was thinking about it, I don't know if he would be as emotional. Like, I'd be surprised. But hey, you never know.
I don't know.
You never know.
I find it hard to believe that he's going to be in LA at the end of the year.
I would be surprised if he doesn't play one more season. I think he's not done yet.
I'm not saying he's done.
I'm saying
he's going to play till he's 50.
He's a free agent, so he could go to Cleveland next year if he wanted.
He's trying to figure out how he can get Bronny to go with him.
That's the key. He might try to see the wrong James might get traded to Cleveland, so that way it frees up him to go next year.
Oh my God! Could you imagine that? Oh my God! If Bronny got traded for like a basketball,
and it's like, hey, the
ball. We'll even pay his salary too.
The Fleet Gate number 2 because the ball's flat too. It's not even, which means you stay out of the Hall of Fame. All right, with that, Ron, let's talk some Major League Baseball real quick. The New York Yankees, they picked up reliever Angel Chivilli. From the
Rockies,
Colorado
because the Rockies are so good.
I will say this: he's a young kid, 23 years old. So this will be his 3rd season, but his ERA 6.18. He's had 1 save and 71 strikeouts. Last season, he was 1-5 with a 7.06 ERA and 43 strikeouts. What the hell are they thinking? Like, what is going on with these teams, man? They made one move. Listen, you know this. Can I say this, Ron? The greatest rivalry in any sport was the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. I don't care what people say. Maybe the Lakers, Celtics, close number 2. But Boston, Yankees, the Red Sox, New York thing was just...
I would put Boston, Montreal in the NHL ahead of Lakers, Celtics. Because they don't play all the time.
But the fact that they've gotten to a point where neither team really cares if they do anything because they're not in competition anymore. And this is why you were so upset about the Red Sox not doing anything. Yeah. The Yankees haven't done anything either. Because they're not competing with these guys. They're not worried about, holy cow, I got to beat the Boston Red Sox, so we're going to have to get X, Y, and Z because they got X, Y, and Z. They're just like, I'll pick up Angel Chivilli. Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, Boston that's what we've done.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're okay with it. And it blows my mind because this rivalry was intense.
Yeah.
These guys would make moves just to make moves to try to beat the other guy. The A-Rod thing. Dude, when A-Rod couldn't sign with Boston because they wouldn't the Players Association wouldn't allow him to take less money, the New York Yankees swept in. They're like, ha, you didn't get him, I'll get him. That's what the rivalry was. And now it's like, I'll pick up a CD player. Hey, Boston, what are you going to do? The same thing. The same thing.
No, and I think it has a lot to do with what the Dodgers are doing, too.
That's the New York fans. Tell them.
I don't think that they want to defer money and put themselves in a bad position down the road. And I think they are just fine with paying somebody a salary, whether it's too much or not, and put it on the books and do as you do. But Dodgers have chosen a different direction,
Yeah.
and
Guess who
the
wins
Yankees aren't
championships?
going to fall into it. They're not going to do it.
Championships. The Dodgers. The freaking Yankees can't do a damn thing. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever.
Look, hey, they've signed how many players as a free agent?
Not many. The biggest move they made was re-signing Cody Bellinger.
Well, that's a re-sign. That's a little different.
They really haven't signed anybody.
Red Sox have only signed one free agent.
Yeah, I think they
and it wasn't a good one.
And the Yankees have made more trades than anything, and it's all for these seeded.
And that's what the Red Sox are doing. I think it's interesting. I've been starting to analyze these things. It isn't a bad idea. You just trade for these guys instead of paying open market for them. But the problem is when you're paying open market, you're not giving up your prospects. And they're emptying out the cupboard to improve the team, but it might not improve it.
No. All right. We're going to move on, Ron. Before we get into our split decisions, can you let all the wonderful people out there know about our good friends out in Providence, Rhode Island?
Tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence, Rhode Island shows, including Sports Unfolded and the Bryant Bulldogs Sports Hour.
All right. Ron, it is split decision time. Our split decision segment, basically, we give each other two more likely questions, and we have to make a decision. I am first tonight, so I will start us off.
Logos, the Bruins and the Nuggets, they really pop out there right now, huh?
That yellow, man, the yellow does it.
Man, they look good.
All right, Ron, your first split decision. Which is more likely for Andrei Vasilevsky?
Wait, what was that?
I messed it up. Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky. To finish first in goals against 2.04, which he is first currently. Save percentage, which he is tied for first at 921. Or wins, which he is second with 24. The leader is at 25. Which is he more likely to finish first in?
I'm going to say, I'm going to say wins. I think he's going to get more wins than anybody.
Okay.
Because, look, anybody can, go on a hot streak and get the save percentage from him, even though I think he's going to win all three of those.
Okay. Vezina Award, coming up.
But, I just think that I don't think anybody can win at this clip like he can with this team. This Tampa Bay team is really good. Really good. And we're going to find out how good Sunday when the Bruins play them outdoors.
Can I ask you this question? Because I was thinking about this. What if it rains?
I've been saying all this.
Florida.
Why are you playing in Florida?
Although they're going through a cold spell down there. I think Miami's going to be in the 20s. Maybe they already had this planned.
Tampa Bay should be 40 to 50 degrees.
Conspiracy theorists.
Sunday.
It might snow. Imagine if it snowed.
If it snows in Tampa Bay,
that would be amazing during that game.
That would be hilarious.
All right. So you're going with wins.
I'm going with wins. I don't think a goaltender is going to win as much as him.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Your first split decision.
Well, you know what? I might as well go do the hockey one, right?
All right. You do that, sir.
What current wild card team is more likely to win the Stanley Cup? The Utah Mammoth at a 556 win percentage. Anaheim at a 546 win percentage, Montreal at 620, and Boston Bruins at 609.
More likely to win the cup?
More likely to win the cup.
I'm taking the Mammoth out. I just don't think they're.
That could be a mammoth mistake.
It could be. What was the other one? What was the other team?
Anaheim, Montreal, and Boston.
I think I'm gonna go with the Ducks. I like the offense. I think they can put up points. You get into the postseason if you can put up some points. Sometimes that makes a difference. I love what Boston's doing. I think they've surprised a lot of people. What are they, like 10-2 in the last 12 or something?
Yeah.
So they're doing some work.
Soon to be 10-3 in the last 13.
Yeah. Canadians, just every time it seems like they've had a big game or a big opportunity, they've lost. So I don't know if they're ready for the pressure. And I think these kids in Anaheim are young, so they really have nothing to lose. It's almost like the Patriots in the Super Bowl. You got this young team, and if you can get them to believe in what they're doing, the Mighty Ducks. Yes,
you might be onto something with that.
Going the Ducks.
Yeah, you might be onto something because they have a lot of young players. That's the thing. They don't have the experience in the playoffs. I don't think any of these teams are going to win it because there hasn't been a Canadian champion in a while.
Yeah, a long time.
Now, believe me, I'm going to say this.
They're an NHL team. They're the new NHL team. They moved from Phoenix.
Yes.
Formerly the Coyotes. Danny.
Yes. Now, of the four, I think the Bruins have the best goaltender, and goaltenders are usually what wins a Stanley Cup. However, do I think that the Bruins are good enough to make the Stanley Cup? No, not at all.
They're a scrappy team, though. They are.
But if I'm going with what I think can win, I think the Bruins have the better goaltender. So I would pick the Bruins because of that. But by no means do I think they're going to win the Stanley Cup.
I will say this. They have a shot to get the cup because I think the Eastern Conference is not as stout as the Western Conference.
Just got to worry about Tampa Bay.
And I will say, pretty much we can lock in. There's only one dominant team in the NHL, and that's Colorado. Everybody else is kind of,
right.
You know what I mean? B, and then you got your CD teams. So clearly one team's an A. So I think the Bruins are in that B to C range with a lot of these other teams. So
yeah,
I agree with you. I think so. All right, my friend. Your second split decision. Which Major League Baseball National League team who finished last in 2025 will make the postseason this year? The Washington Nationals, the Pittsburgh Pirates, or the Colorado Rockies? Which is more likely to make the postseason this year?
Pittsburgh.
All right.
Based on one player.
Skeens who's getting traded. Who's getting traded.
Hey, he's good for at least
to the Dodgers.
15 to 20, right? 15 to 20 wins.
He's going to the Dodgers.
He's not going anywhere. He goes to the Dodgers. I will never even talk about baseball on the show.
Sounds like Big Bear here in California, where they go skiing, Eric. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Mammoth, they had a bunch of names. I still wanted the Yeti, and they couldn't get it, the copyright.
They should have just bought the company.
I thought that would have been such a better name. The Utah Yetis.
The company. I don't understand it.
I don't know.
If you're going to pay billions of dollars for a team or $100 million, whatever they paid for the team, you might as well just spring a little more and buy the company.
Yeah. The question was, which National League team is more likely to make the postseason this year that finished last in 2025? And that was the Nationals, the Pirates, and the Rockies, Danny.
Nationals and the Rockies have no chance.
The Rockies don't. The Nationals may, but
no.
Pittsburgh, 71 wins. I think they were like close to 500. So your second split decision, Ron.
All right. What team is more likely to knock OKC out of the playoffs?
Okay. They haven't played well now, so.
the Denver Nuggets,
Yeah.
San Antonio Spurs,
hmm
Minnesota Timberwolves,
They just lost to last night.
Houston Rockets, or the Detroit Pistons. So there's 5 teams there.
Well, so if Detroit means they got to the finals,
Right.
and you're saying Detroit would beat them, I don't even know if Detroit's getting there. I still have some questions on Detroit.
Tatum for 3.
That's it, baby. Bring them back. Him and Giannis.
So
Anyway.
Houston, Minnesota, San Antonio, Denver.
Yeah. If you were going to give me who gives them the most problems, it's the Spurs, because they have not figured out how to beat the Spurs. In the 4 matchups, I think they're 3-1. The Spurs.
Well, here's an interesting stat for you. Minnesota is the only team in the league that led from beginning to end.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes. I don't know. Minnesota in the postseason disappoints every year.
Well, yeah.
And I think the Spurs are finally.
I'm not telling you your answer is wrong by no means.
I will say this though: Wemby concerns me because of the injuries.
Yeah.
So a healthy Wembanyama, I would take that, and I feel like they could definitely do it. Obviously, you get the experience with Denver, but I would say more likely I would go Spurs. I just think they match up so well against them. Gilgeous lost last night. Yes, he did. He mad at his team from last night today. He wants out. He wants to join my Lakers. Danny, I do not for 1 second. Nobody wants to go to LA right now. I think I lost Ron for a second. I think he did this on purpose so I could argue with Danny, but no, I say SGA is not going anywhere. He's upset with the last few weeks and how they've performed, but there is no way that he is going anywhere but staying in OKC. It wouldn't make sense for that organization to make that move. And the Lakers have nothing to offer them that would even be remotely worth them making that move. So, Danny, I hate to burst your bubble on that one, but there's no way that SGA is going to LA. There's no way. While Ron goes through his technical difficulties, we'd just like to say that you have an opportunity. Check out the Sports Unfolded website, the Hall of Fame page as well. Really cool to see all of the players that you, the fans, have elected into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. We appreciate that support, as well as thanking our good friends there in Dallas, Georgia, and all you've been able to do for us and continue to help us grow. So we appreciate that at WDJY FM 99.1. So we appreciate that. Yay, you're back, and we're glad to have you back, Ron. We're going to move on. We're going to move on, though, to the NHL. And Patrick Kane has passed Mike Modano to become the all-time point scorer for a U.S.-born player. How big of an accomplishment is this?
I think it's a really big accomplishment, actually.
So I knew you were going to say that, and I'm going to discredit this. And I'm going to discredit this for one reason and one reason only. Nobody in the United States really cares about hockey. They should, because I think it's a great sport.
What?
Listen, it is not like the kids growing up think about being a hockey player. They'll think about being a basketball player, football player. I don't even think baseball is as big anymore. Those seem to be the 2 sports that these kids, when they're growing up, want to be like. So Kane, great accomplishment. It is. But there are still 26 players ahead of him for the all-time points leader that are not from the United States.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
He is 27.
It is an accomplishment.
He's 27th, Ron.
It's still showing progress that United States players are getting better.
27th.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. And the first 6 are pretty much all Canadians.
Yeah.
Canada, this would be a big deal if he was the all-time leader in Canada, which means he'd have to be Gretzky.
It is a big deal, Eric.
Come on.
You know, back 20 years ago, it was almost all Canadian players.
It still is.
No, it's not.
He's
It's not.
27th.
He's
27th.
27th. Yes, I get that. I
Okay,
get
go-
that. But
okay.
the progress the United States has made in the last 20 years, especially in the college ranks, it is a big lift. And having somebody finally getting ahead of Modano is showing that there's finally progress.
All right. Mike Modano.
You know, I mean, that's pretty good considering the quality players that are coming from Europe and Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got two hotbeds, New England and Minnesota. That's where our players come from. Then occasionally an Arizona guy, and even more occasional, maybe Hawaii or something like that.
Okay. Mike Modano.
I'm just saying, it is important because it gives hope.
1,499 games. He had 561 goals, 813 assists, so 1,374 points. Kane did it in 150 less games, so 1,342 games, 500 goals, 875 assists, 1,375 passing Modano. So I thought we'd have a little fun. Okay, that's where we're going to go next. Can you give me 3, 4, and 5 of the American-born players that are below Kane and Modano? Since it's coming up so quick, the United States hockey. Come on, Ron. Top of your head. I bet you could name the top 5 Canadians.
So I got to name the next guys in the United States. Holy cow! Oh my Lord, who's good?
Jake, I am not. Jake, I am not. I'm not a wrestling fan. I'm Ron. Are you watching the Royal Rumble tomorrow?
No,
at 2 p.m. too. Like I don't. Saudi Arabia, they're doing it.
I'm not
the time
paying
difference.
For that.
But dude,
I already know the results.
How do you have an event at 2 p.m.?
I don't know, because it's in Riyadh.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, how's that make sense?
Because it's at night over there.
I know, it's silly. Anyway, all right.
I mean, that's just how it is.
You want to throw a name out there? Do you want to throw one name and then I'll give it to you? Because obviously this is a lot harder than you thought.
I can't right now. I can't even think of American players.
Danny, I know you're trying to piss me off, buddy. It's not going to work tonight. If that's what you're going to put up there. That is a joke. It's a joke. Danny's telling jokes now.
Oh,
for Bronny James. SGA for Bronny James. The man who's averaging 1 point per game in his career. Yeah,
I'm going to say Jake Pavelski.
Oh, so close. All right. You got Phil Housley, who's number 3.
Oh, really? He's American? Damn.
1,232 points. Jeremy Roenick at number 4.
Oh, Jeremy Roenick. Oh, my God. Yes. I was
1,216 points. And Joe.
He's from Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. And Joe Pavelski.
Pavelski.
Is that Jake?
I got one.
He said Joe. It says Joe. Is Jake his name's Joe?
No, I said Joe.
You said Jake.
Did I say Jake?
Yeah, maybe because you saw Jake's comment.
Yeah, that must be. I was reading his comments while I'm saying it.
So, Joe, yes, 1,068 points.
All right, so I got one. I forgot about
one.
Jeremy Roenick, and I can't believe Phil Housley is up there.
Seahawks have a very good chance. Jake, next week we'll do our prediction on the game. So, if you want, join in to add that to your predictions, Jake.
Jake is a loyal follower.
Yes, he is. We love Jake. We love Jake. We love Danny.
Jake
I'm trying to mess with. All right, he is trying to. I knew Danny was messing with me because I said even Danny would know that there's no way Bronny James is getting traded for SGA. All right, I appreciate you, Danny. That was a good one. That was a good one. You almost got me, Danny. You almost got me fired up. All right, Ron, it is time for pick and roll.
It's time for pick and roll.
All right, tonight's pick and roll segment, episode 5
over there. Looks like a porn star.
season 6. all these players were traded 5 or more times in their NBA career run, and those players were Trevor Ariza, Otis Thorpe, Jim Jackson, Sam Cassell, Marcus Camby, and Dale Ellis.
Why am I not surprised these guys were traded this many times?
Talk about not being wanted. It's when you know, like, nobody wants you. Cheer up, Eric. You're my bro. You're my bro too, Danny. I appreciate that. You are my bro too. Jake, you could always win a t-shirt.
Was Danny here when you wore the hat? He wasn't here.
No, Danny, you missed the you're gonna have to go back and you can see me in this bad boy, Danny. Yeah, I lost my bet for the predictions.
I made him wear the hat, Danny.
All right, Jake, you could win a t-shirt too. Just keep the hopes alive. Stay tuned for the predictions. Maybe you win a prize. All right. So at number 6 for me, I had Jim Jackson, 14.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, 3.2 assists. He didn't win anything. There was 0 accolades. He didn't even get like a, most improved play, something, nothing. He was traded 7 times, by the way, 7 in his career. At number 5, I had Trevor Ariza. He averaged 10.4 points, 4.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists. He did win a championship, so that kept him ahead of.
He didn't win a championship. That dude barely played.
So he won a championship. Regardless, he got a ring. He got a ring.
He got a ring.
He on this list. He was here. He did wear it. He did see it.
Okay.
Trevor Ariza traded 11 times in his career.
He's played for everybody.
He's the most on this list, by the way. So at number 4 for me, I went Otis Thorpe. 14 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 2.2 assists, a one-time All-Star, one-time champion, traded 7 times in his career. 7 times. Good player. At number 3, I went Dale Ellis. This one was where it got a little tricky for me. I was tough. But Dale Ellis, 15.7 points per game, tied for the most points per game on this list. 3.5 rebounds, 1.4 assists. One-time All-Star, one-time All-NBA, one-time Most Improved Player. 8 times traded in his career. 8 times. Dale Ellis. And he was really good for the Sonics for a while there. At number 2.
Wrong Eric.
Yeah, different Eric. I might be done after this show. At number 2, Marcus Camby. And I like the numbers, even though they were low. 9.5 points, 9.8 rebounds. So almost a double-double in his career. 1.9 assists, but a 4-time blocks champion, 4-time all-defensive, and 1-time defensive player of the year. So I love the fact that he was, a dominant player, at least more than the others, in my opinion. So I put him at number 2. He was traded 7 times in his career, by the way, 7. But at number 1, I went Sam Cassell, 15.7 points, which again was tied for the most points, 3.2 rebounds, 6 assists. He was an all-star. He was an all-NBA, which only 2 guys on this list were. But a 3-time champion, Sam Cassell. So that put him at number 1 for me.
It's pretty good. You're off by a little, but it's pretty good.
Mexico. Is that Mexico, Jake? Is that the Mexican flag? Is that the Mexican flag? Everyone is laying flowers. Yeah, no, it is a sad day. It is a sad day. Keep ruining my final thought.
Doing all those commercials too for
the credit card.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
Capital One, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because it was Kevin Hart. And then Kevin. All right.
Wow, that's so sad though.
Your pick and roll, my friend.
All right, my pick and roll is I put Trevor Ariza at number 6. He's way less points than
I did hear that, Jake. Kid Rock went to the Senate this week.
What?
They are trying to say that they're gouging fans when it comes to ticket prices. these additional fees that like Ticketmaster and some of these other companies are charging.
And concerts,
Yeah, and they're saying the bots are ruining it too because they're buying up so many tickets that it jacks the prices way up. So they're trying to fight it. Kid Rock was one of the people that went in front of the Senate today to discuss it this week.
Interesting.
Yeah. I like Kid Rock, so
I love his music.
Yeah, I love his music too. Agreed. We don't see. That's where listen. That was a great point, Ron. Though, like his political beliefs or that stuff wouldn't sway me from listening to his music. So when these writers keep guys out of the Hall of Fame because they don't like somebody's personality, right? I still listen to Kid Rock music. I don't need to like what he is.
I don't need to like his political views.
I believe
for me to like
music,
his music.
Right? Thank you. All right, great point.
I love his music, actually.
Right? Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah,
it's awesome. I love it.
Fight up. Yeah, there's some really good songs. The one he did with what's her name there?
Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow.
Love that song. Picture.
Yeah.
I got a picture of you.
Yeah. Great song.
Yeah, it is. There's some good ones with little language issues, but
I'm a big language guy.
Explicit lyrics.
Oh, this show should be explicit.
Love those.
Oh, those are your favorites?
Yeah.
We got Cardi B now for the Pats, so let's go. And the WAP, baby. The WAP. Go ahead.
All right, so Trevor Ariza, I have at number 6. I don't think he was not a factor in that championship.
I think he was, though.
No, he was not.
I'm telling you, bro.
So I like Jim Jackson's average across the board better than Trevor Ariza, and that's the way I have it. Jim Jackson, number 5, both of whom I really could care less about. Wonderful people, I'm sure.
He won it with the Lakers in 08-09. That was the Kobe year.
Okay, what is that supposed to impress me?
He averaged
because he was a teammate of Kobe,
he
rode on his coattail.
11.3 points per game in that playoffs. 4.2 rebounds. He shot 47, almost 48% from 3 points. It's pretty damn good. It's pretty good, man.
All right. Okay, I'll give it to him.
Put him ahead of Jim Jackson. Put him ahead. You got it.
Yeah, I've changed both my lists.
There we go.
That is unprecedented.
Should Mississippi have a football team?
They do. Mississippi State, Mississippi.
No, he's saying in the NFL. In the NFL,
I know.
One Mississippi, two Mississippi. What would a team name be for Mississippi, Jake? That would be an important piece. And I don't know, like geographically, if it would really.
The Mississippi Queen.
Steamboats. The Steamboats.
That's why they don't have one. Because the first thing that people think of is steamboats, and that's not what you want.
No.
The Mississippi Steamboats. There's a name that's going to...
Sports Unfolded. The Mississippi Sports Unfolded. Yes, Jake. There we go. Start that campaign for us. Start that campaign.
Can I do my top?
Oh, sorry.
Pick and roll.
Pick and roll.
I've gotten 2 guys done, and I switched them.
And you flip-flopped them. Go.
Number 4, I have Dale Ellis.
Ooh.
15.7 points per game, 3.5 and 1.4. One All-Star, one All-NBA. I like Otis Thorpe more because he was close with the double-double. 14 points, 8.2 boards. I thought that was a little better. And Otis Thorpe also had a championship. So Dale Ellis did not. So I have
All NBA. All NBA though.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
He was all NBA until he played Otis Thorpe.
Okay.
Otis Thorpe won a championship.
Jake, Lamar Odom was only traded 3 times in his career. These are all players that got traded 5 or more times. Lamar Odom played for a lot of teams, but he was only traded 3 times. Sorry, Ron.
Number 2, Marcus Camby. And for the same reason you said, that was 9.5 and 9.8. He almost averaged a double-double, plus those 4-time block championships, the block leader, and all defensive 4 times. He was also Defensive Player of the Year once. So he got the nod at number 2. But number 1 is Sam Cassell, averaging 15.7, 3.2 boards, and 6 assists per game. 3-time champion. So he was a big part of winning those championships because he was the guy that was the shooter. He was that guy.
Not with that uni, he didn't win it.
No, not with that uni, but he had 1 All-Star, 1 All-NBA, and a lot of coming off the bench to get that right shot.
Shaq was only traded 3 times. Jake, 3 times as well. Played for a lot of teams, but only traded 3 times. We should do next year. Next year, if we remember, Ron, at show episode 3, players traded 3 times or more. Shaq.
Some guys just don't even unpack.
Lamar Odom. Yeah, Trevor Ariza traded 11 times. He was just like, screw it, man.
He probably rented a house in every city.
Oh, that's crazy. We are semi on TV. We're on public access TV, Jake. We're working towards it. If you know anybody, tell them call us, man, because we could use that. We could use some of the publicity.
Yeah. Somebody that has some bucks.
All right, Ron. It is prediction time. And
you can go donate on the website.
Danny wanted to know where he stood. So we'll bring up that prediction chart and you can see where you stood, Danny. Jake is on, so Jake can get on this list as well. And you can support the show in many different ways. Last week, stinker for this guy, Ron 6-2. Danny, you're 13-5. So you can up that. Jake, can we get you on the list tonight, my friend, with these predictions? If you are in Dallas, Georgia, listening to us on the radio, all you have to do to enter our contest is email us at RIBroadcasting.media@gmail.com, and you can give us your predictions and see if you can win some prizes as well as our friend Jake.
I'm struggling.
But
there we go.
Hey, I'm back on. All right, Ron. So we are going to start off with the most anticipated game next week. I know you're super excited about it. The NFL Pro Bowl is on the 3rd.
I thought they didn't have the game anymore.
AFC, it's flag football now. AFC versus NFC.
We're actually picking flag football.
Yes, it's an Olympic sport now.
All right, who's the quarterback?
I don't even know. I have no idea.
I heard Shedeur Sanders.
He is in there. He did make the AFC.
So I'm going NFC based on that.
All right, I was first, but I was going NFC as well. I think they have better players. So NFC for me, AFC versus NFC, gentlemen. Pick your Pro Bowl winner. Let me know what they picked.
AFC versus NFC.
I'm going to see if I could get a roster here. A roster. Gotta say it right. AFC, NFL, AFC roster for the Pro Bowl. Let's see. Josh Allen, who's not going to play because he's out. Drake May, who's not going to play because he's in a game called the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert.
Good.
So these guys, that must be the replacements would be Shedeur Sanders, Justin Herbert, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, this is
these guys aren't going to play.
Hey, Travis Kelce in the Pro Bowl. There you go. Huh. Yeah. Oh, you want to see that? Let's see the NFC roster here. Hold on. Matthew Stafford, Drake, Dak Prescott, Sam Donald, who's not playing because he's in the Super Bowl. Puka Nacua.
Going NFC.
Jackson. Who is Jake?
Yup.
All right. Jake, NFC. Jamar Gibbs.
Come on, Danny. Pick.
George Pickens. Yeah, they got a good squad. Christian McCaffrey.
if they play.
Kittle's not playing. Kyle Juszczyk, Joe Tooney. All right. Yeah, I like the NFC better. Not that I'm going to watch it. It's Tuesday.
Wait, when is it?
Tuesday.
What is it on Tuesday for?
I don't know. And then I think the awards are on the Friday before, the 5th.
Oh, good Lord.
Right? 5th. Would that be Thursday, Friday, Thursday? All right. Danny's not picking. All right. We're moving on. All right. NBA action, Ron. On the 1st, we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Denver Nuggets. OKC struggling, Ron. They've lost 3 of their last 4. Denver's still playing well, even when Jokic out. In Denver at home, I'm going Denver.
Gordon's out too.
Yeah, I'm going Denver here. You always said you can't go against Denver, so you better keep running.
No, I can't go against Joker. There's a difference. I'm going OKC.
Jake's going Denver.
I'm going
OKC. All right. On the 4th, you got the Boston Celtics at the Houston Rockets. Ron, who you taking?
Houston.
Oh, that was quick.
For some reason, I just feel that Boston is in tank mode now.
Jake's going Boston. Yeah, I'm going Houston as well. I think at home, Boston okay on the road, but not great. Like the Rockets. All right, NHL action on the 31st. You got the Carolina Hurricanes at the Washington Capitals. I like the Canes here. I like the Canes traveling on the road. Capitals not that great. I think they're 14-10 and like 2 at home, so they're not great at home. So I went Canes here.
Jake also went Carolina, as am I. I think Carolina's going to win.
Going Canes. All right. On the 2nd, you got the Detroit Red Wings at the Colorado Avalanche. Who you taking?
Colorado. There ain't no way I'm taking anybody at Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's dominant, man. They are just. Have they even still lost at home?
I'm still surprised Detroit is doing this well.
Detroit is playing well.
Yeah.
Second in the Eastern Conference. Colorado has lost 2 games at home.
Jake, are they playing for Detroit?
Detroit will win.
Is your friend's playing for Detroit?
No, he's going Detroit. All right. Hey, you never know,
White
though.
Noise is in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So they are not playing for him. All right. We also, on the 4th round, you got the Boston Bruins at the Florida Panthers. I'm going Bruins here. I'm going with the Bruins. I think they've figured some things out, and I think the Panthers still, with the injuries. I went Boston.
All right. See, here's the thing. They play Sunday against Tampa Bay, and then they play against Florida right after that.
3 days later.
That is the last game before the
break,
the Olympic break. Now, I would like to say that they will win the game, but I'm not sure they're going to lose in Tampa Bay. If they win the outdoor game, they are not winning against Florida.
Okay. So
but,
you're picking?
No. But I think Tampa Bay is going to win that game. So, therefore, I am picking Boston to rebound after that loss.
Man, that took a while to get to, but all right.
Yeah, I know. Because I know if the Bruins win against Tampa Bay, they're going to lose against Florida.
Okay. You got to have faith. Because you got to have faith, the faith. On the 1st, did you hear Limp Bizkit when they did theirs? Limp Bizkit did that cover, did Faith as well. Listen to it.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Listen to it. Trust me.
George Michaels?
George Michael's Faith. Yes. Limp Bizkit. You got to listen. I did see a prediction. I'm sorry, Jake. Jake went with Boston. Yes, sir. All right. College basketball. Men's college basketball. Got number 9, Illinois fighting Illini at number 5, Nebraska Cornhuskers. Who are you taking, Ron?
I'm taking Nebraska.
Is the Cornhuskers
if it's good enough for Bruce Springsteen, it's good enough for me.
All right. Oh, Jake's going Illinois. Is the Cornhusker actually the dude with like the overalls? Is that an actual Cornhusker? What is
the one that's husking the?
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to go with that dude. I'm going Nebraska here. One of the best defenses in the country, Nebraska. So I'm going Nebraska. You all right there, buddy? You going to make it? Oh, boy. You good? All right. Also on the first and the women's side, you got number 15 Tennessee Volunteers at the number 1 UConn Huskies. Oh, man.
Never going to pick against UConn.
They are playing great basketball. Listen, I'm in Connecticut, and they are like the talk of the town. This team every year somehow Gino Auriemma figures a way.
Everybody in for the UConn.
Yeah, Gino Auriemma somehow every year figures out how to get a player, and it's kind of crazy. UConn, Jake went UConn. All right, last game. Women's college basketball as well on the first. You got the number 8 Iowa Hawkeyes at number 2 UCLA Bruins.
I'm going UCLA.
You're going UCLA. I went UCLA as well at home. I like them at home over the Hawkeyes. UCLA, Jake, as well. All right, that is our prediction segment. Jake, tune in next week to see how you finished, as well as those in Dallas, Georgia. Send your
that's going to wrap it all up, right? So whoever's leading percentage-wise is going to win a prize.
Also Dallas, Georgia, send your predictions. RIBroadcasting.media@gmail.com. And you can get your name on the chart and win some prizes. So again, you're listening to us Saturday at 1 p.m. We appreciate if you email us so we can get you on our chart as well. All right, Ron, it is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first. So I will start us off by, first and foremost, Danny did say it, Catherine O'Hara passed away today at the age of 71, obviously known for that famous scream in Home Alone. I don't think that'll ever go away. And you said it, she's been in the commercials now. So it's a big loss for Hollywood. Danny, you're going to have to rewatch it, buddy, and then email it in because I'm not reading all of them at this point. But again, big loss. Danny said it happened in his neighborhood. So sad to see 71 years young. So that was sad. Also wanted one more final thought, Ron. Congratulate Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg last night, 49 points, the most points by a teenager scored in NBA history. So he is definitely coming into his own. Dallas might have a player there. So think about where they came from with the Luka Doncic trade and how we thought that was going to dramatically ruin this franchise. And now you've got
I got his rookie card.
Cooper Flagg, 49 points last night. So congratulations to Cooper Flagg for breaking the NBA record for most points by a teenager. 19, crazy. But those are my final thoughts, Ron.
Very good, Eric. My final thought is for Lindsey Vonn. Hopefully it's not severe, but she got into a little crash today, on the slopes, I think in the downhill. She had to get airlifted out. Reports are starting to come in, and Eric said earlier that she injured her knee, but she's hopeful that she will still be in the Olympics. We hope as well. She's such a great athlete. And I just think that, I don't want dreams dashed because of another event. And you have to see this, more and more often all over sports, right? When you're trying to be healthy for like playoffs or Olympics or whatever it is, and then you have an injury just before. And it is sad, and hopefully she does recover and performs in the Olympics. And Eric, I don't care if she comes in last, if she does make it. It's just being there is the important part. And she is representing United States, and we wish her all the luck in the world, as well as the other athletes. Now, is the ceremony next Friday, or is it Thursday?
So. Hold on, I'll check.
Just saying.
Olympic ceremony.
I think it's
2026 is Friday the 6th. Yep.
Friday. Yeah, it usually is on a Friday. So hopefully people can tune in, and hopefully she will be able to compete and bring home a gold.
All right.
So good luck.
I feel bad for the Olympics, so it's going to be tough ratings having to go against us at that time, Ron. Unfortunately, we will be on next Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so check us out there. Well said by Vaughn. It's similar to what we're going through here in New England, because a lot of the talk's been Drake May's shoulder injury, limited in practice. So it stinks when you get to the biggest game of your career and, possibly an injury could affect.
It was probably because he hung out with Josh Allen and he was crying on his shoulder the whole time.
Oh, man, watch out. Joe Brady, by the way. We didn't even discuss any of the coaching hires. And Mike McCarthy. Congratulations on the Pittsburgh Steelers job. Anyway. Yes. He is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wait, Mike McCarthy?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. So we want to thank those. We want to thank those that joined us live tonight. Danny, Jake, you guys were amazing. White Noise, we heard you. Oh man,
I like that one.
Thank those in obviously Dallas, Georgia. Thank you for the support. 99.1 WDJY, as well as 990 WBOB in Providence, Rhode Island, and our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, S6E5 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for the support. Ron, it's been a pleasure tonight. I had a lot of fun. Hope everybody out there did. Like, share, and follow our show. Tell your friends about us. Join us every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. We will see you next week. And all we have asked for every single show is that we finally have peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.